So, where were these cards on the recent Forbidden and Limited list? Make sure you guys smash the link crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. We're going to be starting off over here with Mr. Catapult Turtle. Now, I'm sure many of you have kind of realized this, but we have a deck build or a side set coming called Maze of Memories. And in that set, Catapult Turtle becomes an FTK because 7 Tachyon allows you to search for the turtle. So basically, with these new Tachyon cards, you're able to create this this fun little OTK problem. Now, with that being said, well, actually technically it's an FTK, but I guess if we have more hand traps running around in the meta, Konami might be, you know, a little bit scraping by with this and being like, well, you know, we don't necessarily need to hit this deck right now, which I guess is a terrible thought to look at it. They're like, well, we're going into a heavier hand trap format, expectedly. So, you know, just Ogre, Veiler, Imperm, you know, something to stop the Catapult Turtle from actually resolving. Or, this is an indicator for when our next ban list is going to come. What if our next list is at the end of March out here? As Konami's looking at a possibility to clean this deck up around that time. I think that's kind of what most of us are kind of expecting to happen out here, is because Catapult Turtle, this pretty big clear indicator out here of what's to come, was left off this list. A lot of heads are kind of turning around going, huh, okay, Konami, I see you. So we get a couple more months to deal with the Catapult Turtle, you know, and then the big stuff drops and then we ban list clean it up, right? Or is Konami just okay with allowing the Catapult Turtle FTK to exist? Because they cleaned this up very, very, very quickly in Master Duel, which is really funny because this was not affecting a great number of people, but it was enough that I guess players were complaining about it. So, yeah, what's going on with Catapult Turtle? I don't know. I found that one to be very interesting. Bonfire! Now, I think this was the biggest question mark on this list. Because a lot of people were like, hey, you know, Rizal is going to hit the ground running out here. You know, you're gonna see this, and then, you know, Bonfire just got reprinted out here. Okay, so Bonfire didn't get touched this list. Which, me and quite a lot of other people are just shocked Pikachu-faced by this. But I guess, to be fair, I don't think a lot of us expected this list yet. I think most of us kind of expected this list to be much later in the month out here. But Konami dropped this fundamentally so early that this kind of is raising some eyebrows. What I'm assuming is going to happen here is during the release of Maze in, what is it now, March, around that list where they're probably going to take care of Catapult Turtle is probably going to be at the point that we're going to see Bonfire actually getting checked out of the game, because they're going to be like, hey, you guys bought Rizal. Thank you. Thank you for all of your money back in December. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take away Bonfire. So we're going to now force you to buy 7 Tachyon out here. And at the point of you buying 7 Tachyon, you can still continue to play Rizal, the deck that you had formerly spent money on. So now give us all of your money for 7 Tachyon. And then just a couple months later, we'll go ahead and we'll take care of Rizal. You know, go like this. Mission accomplished. Yeah, this is definitely a money grabber for sure here. 100%. I do think that Bonfire's time is very, very limited on this. I do think that Konami's mentality on this probably was, hey, you know, 1 month's not enough time. Because even Baron took, what, a couple months? And then with the, what was it, Appaloosa even took a couple. So to think that they would be hitting these as quickly as we were kind of expecting them to, I guess is a little bit rude. So, okay, that's fine. Deck lockdown. I swear, I looked around out here. Under Konami's most recent we're going to hit everything policy that I felt like that they were adapting out here, I swore that they were going to look at deck lockdown and go, okay, so a card that allows you to go through all of your combo lines out here. You can go through every one of these stupid lines that you can, and then all of a sudden, boom, I can slam the other spell card. You can't add from deck to hand. That's, sorry, sucks over there. And then, of course, you know, you can't special summon from the deck. I swear, the deck, the ability to not special summon from the deck is the craziest text written on the card. It's not the add from the deck to the hand. It's just the fact that, you know, you just get locked out of special summoning from the deck. Now, We have seen a dramatic shift in your meta. Because your meta has now shifted one way, I think deck lockdown just kind of falls out of favor, which kind of, I guess, puts people into this awkward situation right now of going, you know, deck lockdown was a very problematic thing last format. I can now say that because the list has passed. Deck lockdown should probably be limited to one. It should be in that unsearchable category because the card is a walking, talking floodgate. I think everybody, under Konami's current, you know, imaginative floodgate policy, having these floodgate effects exist that are very annoying. They wanna hit these. They don't want them to stick around and be too annoying. I remember back in the day when we could play this in Aliens and just Cosmic Golgar loop it. But in simpler times, you know, a Golgar with a deck lockdown was not a very threatening thing. I mean, it's very less threatening now. That's kind of the world we live in right now. Deck lockdown, just the game degenerated to the point that if you're looking at literally a stop spell card that says no to your opponent, that's just how the game has developed. I don't like it. Fiendsmith. Holy crap. I thought that the TCG would actually follow suit with the OCG out here. We would put Engraver to 1 and just kind of check this package. I guess because we don't have the second fusion out here, that the TCG is like, well, if we limit the package, we're going to just hit, you know, Rexstrom Tremende's price out of Supreme Darkness. And that is a very, very real thought right now, actually. Rexstrom Tremende is already going to have issues being summoned. I think the recent developments with Fiendsmith, you know, actually using Fiendsmith in Paradise to have that spot removal send, or, you know, even the ability just to board wipe your opponent, like we saw the most recent YCS, those are all fine options. You have so many cool things to do with the Fiendsmith package now, especially when you've got your future boss monster coming along the way. For now, though, I think a lot of people are like, this deck has had so much playtime, and the TCG is just, I don't know why, we're so crazy about Fiendsmith cards. Maybe because, like, the TCG loves their one-card engines so much, and the fact that we've now developed this new possible challenger in the room called the Fiendsmith Rizal deck, that deck, while it can do some really, really frickin' stupid things, it's a combination of two engines that do have some very awkward tension with each other. I didn't think we would see. Like, I think that's the craziest thing is, like, you know, a deck that wants to lock you into rank 4s has a really weird way to allow you to kind of play the game with this package. So that's why you've seen this recent development show up. Because normal summon ice, and then your opponent just looks at you and goes, oh, yeah, I'm not going to stop that. And you're like, okay, cool. Two level 4s, make Exciton Knight. Full Fiendsmith combo? Like, who would have guessed Exciton Knight would be the bridge? And then Dimension Shifter. This is interesting. Now that Malice has entered into the room out here, I think we're going to start to see the natural decline of Shifter, because people just don't want to Shifter a Malice player. If you're Shiftering a Malice player, holy crap, you're just going to have a really bad time, man. Like, that's all there is to this. Alright, watching a Malice player get Shifter, they just have the shittiest grin on their face. They're like, oh, hey, cool, thanks. Anyway, link 1, pay 300, pay 300, pay 300, pay 900, pay 900, you're dead? Didn't even have to pay the last 900. That's kind of what it feels like out here. When you have a deck existing in the room that can naturally compete with Shifter, it's kind of crazy. Now, obviously, because of Shifter's natural decay out of the format, you've seen things like Fiendsmith just not really caring right now. You know, Fiendsmith has risen to the top. I mean, they're one of the strongest graveyard reliant decks kind of sticking around in the format. And the fact that you are seeing this deck rise to full heights because you don't have as many people playing Shifter right now is kind of crazy. So Shifter, I think, going to continue to fall out. And the reason why it didn't see this hit is I think Konami actually saw, we're going to naturally decay this out of the game, and it'll be fine as long as we give these decks more support. Remember, all these deck build packs you're looking at right now that are sitting on the throne being these annoying decks, high Malice, high Rizal, they probably have more support coming. So who's to say right now with Shifter kind of declining, maybe it'll return back when when Malice gets more support. Maybe they'll choose to want to play Shifter, but Shifting the Mirror, ugh. So, yeah, what in the world happened with these supposed hits that we were expecting to see? Please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys.
Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.